Bill Johnson will be on the pole in the number 33. Your reigning champion will be alongside the 3B of Ronnie Beal. Kyle Portenga back in row number 2. He'll have Jim Goodluck alongside the 41, row number 3. Dan Hall's number 11, the 52 of Mark Brofman. And Matt Kinzinger, first time out in the number 23, first time out in a sprint car, will be at the tail end of the field. We're underway. Ronnie Beal jumped out front early, but fighting back. Here comes Bill Johnson. Johnson gets the lead for a second, but here comes Beal back up on the high side. They'll come by. Looked like Bill Johnson just barely had it in the 33, but here comes the number 3 again. Beal trying to catch back up. He'll fall back a sprint length back and try to set up your leader in 3 and 4. Third spot is the 11 of Dan Hall. Then it's the 89, or the 84 rather, of Kyle Portenga. He's in the 4th spot, followed by the 52 of Mark Brofman. 8-lap race, top 4 transfer to the main event. Right now it's the 11 rather of Dan Hall that holds on. I'm sorry, it's Portenga that's holding on to that final transfer spot in the 84. As the 23 of Matt Kinzinger going a lap down in his first attempt behind the wheel of a sprint car, letting the leaders go by. Already halfway through this one. Bill Johnson taking that lead and starting to stretch it out just a bit over Ronnie Beal. The 11 of Hall and Portenga in the 84, who has his hands full trying to get around the number 23 of Matt Kinzinger. Bill Johnson is in control here in this B&B Oval Track Products Heat Race number 1. Ronnie Beal not able to make any moves as these guys probably laying down some good rubber on the speedway. Should make it a lot faster for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th heat races as Portenga cannot get around the 23 of Kinzinger. That's allowing Brofman to catch up in the 52. White flag in the air. One more lap to go for Bill Johnson as Portenga cannot get around Kinzinger, and here comes Brofman for the final transfer spot as they'll take the white flag. So Brofman now into the transfer spot. Your winner is going to be Bill Johnson. Ronnie Beal will finish in the 2nd spot. 3rd position will go to Don Hall for 4th spot now. It looks like it's going to be Brofman taking that 4th spot in the number 52 over Portenga, who will have to go in through the B, as will Jim Goodluck in the 41 car. We'll see how the mindset changes here for Dustin Daggett as he dominated the big half mile. Now we're on the 3/8 mile. Different strategy for that number 85. They'll sneak their way over into turn number 4, very tightly and closely packed. As they come to the line, they stop on the gas. Good start. Here we go. And Daggett wastes no time taking the top spot and begins to pull away. Taylor in the P46 up into the 2nd spot, moving the 24 of Bill Schley back a position. Then Davey Brown for 3rd. So Brown wanting that 3rd spot will take it over the 24 of Schley. Schley falls back to the final transfer spot. Look out, the 5 getting a little squirrely. That's Eric Curry. He gets it back underway. Watching Fred Bliss try to make a move on that 4th place sprint car. The Bliss Auto Machine number 15 sneaks his way down to the inside and takes the spot away from Schley. So Bliss now in the top 4 as Dustin Daggett leading the way. Daggett, just like he had done last night, continues to pull away. Frank Taylor sitting in the 2nd spot, then Brown in 3rd, Bliss in the 4th spot. 5th position is Schley, 6th spot the 19 of Joe Barris. White Daggett getting a little bit high in between 1 and 2, trying to test his boundaries up on that high side. He's already going to look at the white flag Watching the battle develop for second spot as Taylor and Brown getting mighty tightly, closely contesting that second spot. Now Brown on the inside of Taylor for the second spot as Daggett's going to take the win. Brown will slide up into the second spot as they head into 3. On to turn number 4, Brown will take that second spot over Taylor, and Fred Bliss will transfer in the number 15 car. Woolfield will be in that second row. Right now he's by himself, waiting to see who's going to move up to that spot. Looks like they're going to start him. This time it's Schaefer getting a good jump in the 97 as Nida and Woolfield will go back and forth for that second and third spot. Right now the yellow number 3 of Woolfield has the advantage. Gall already up to 4th. Way up on that top side is Johnson in that 97, or Schaefer rather in that 897. I don't know where I came up with that, but Woolfield, your brand new leader in the number 3. Schaefer back to second spot. Here comes Nida in the 54. Nida will sneak by on the lower end of the speedway, makes his way by Schaefer's 97. Gall still to the 4th spot. Troy Chahowski back there in 5th, as well as the 28 car of Aaron Warnock. As your leader comes by Jim Woolfield. Woolfield pulling away. We got a challenge for that 3rd spot. As Schaefer feeling a little bit of heat from Gall in that number 81 car. He'll look to the inside, not able to make the move as they came by that time. He'll continue to work that lower end of the speedway in that Waste Management number 81. Just can't get by the 97 of Schaefer. Boy, Warnock with all sorts of problems in that 28 now. He's going to pull right up in front of your leader now as Woolfield continues to lead the way. Woolfield right on the back bumper of Warnock. Nida by himself in the 2nd position, then Schaefer in the 97, Gall in the 81. There's a white flag already out for your leader. As Jim Woolfield will take that win easily in the 3W. Nida will finish in the 2nd spot. Then it'll be the 97 of Schaefer. Gall will make the feature event in the number 81, finishing in the 4th spot. Now he'll just have to worry about the main event and not having to get through the B. Smith and Nickerson will bring the field down for this Burdick cylinder head heat race. It is now underway. And Eddie Smith jumps out early. Nickerson 2nd spot. Then it's the 2 of Mike Galancha. Back there in the 3rd spot. Dolman's going to sneak through, looking to make the move out into the 3rd spot in the 49, but Galancha's going to try to take it back. Then Whitney and Irwin back and forth in the middle of the pack. Ooh, some good racing behind Nickerson, who sits in the 2nd spot. He's behind your leader, that number 3 of Eddie Smith. Dolman back top side in the 49, cannot find his way around Mike Galancha quite yet. He'll have it as they come by that time. Battling for that 3rd spot is hot and heavy. Now for 5th spot, Whitney, Irwin. Whitney's on that inside in the Lasco, number 2W. He just can't seem to get by Irwin's number 18 and vice versa as they both make their way by. Still wheel to wheel here in sprint on dirt action here in this Burdick cylinder head heat race. Whitney, yep, that's all folks. Whitney has that car out in front of Irwin now, and they'll make it nose to tail. We'll see for how long as Irwin getting a little antsy back there in that number 18 car. That seems to be our only battle at the moment as Eddie Smith continues to pull away from the field. Nickerson in the 2nd spot, Dolman in 3rd, 4th spot Galancha. Then Whitney, Irwin, and the 54 car of Dave Fox. Boy, these guys laying down some rubber mighty quickly. You see the major difference between where the racing groove is and where it is out of the racing groove. As these sprint cars make it good and wide right now, as it's still Eddie Smith, your leader. Here comes Dahlman looking inside of Nickerson as the white flag already in the air. Eddie Smith showing the way. He'll come out of turn number 4 and he'll take the checkered flag. In that Pipestone small engine number 3, Nickerson in the second spot. Third will be Dahlman. Fourth spot will be Mike Galanja in the number 2 car. Top 4 move on to the main event here in this Michigan Engine Pro B main for the sprints on dirt. Last chance for these guys to be a part of the mid-season championships for the sprints on dirt. Well, whoever finishes outside the top 4 will have to enjoy the races from somewhere else than behind the wheel of a sprint car. As we get underway, we are off and running here in the B main. Portenga jumps out quickly in that number 84, trying to take the number 21 of Chahowski with him. Chahowski will slide himself up into the second spot. Look at Whitney in the 2W, making his way up a few spots. Oh, we got some cars really making their way through traffic here, rear of the field. Watching the number 28 car of Aaron Warnock. He had a couple of spots, lost them when he got into the loose stuff. Chahowski in that second spot currently as Portenga continues to lead. Now Irwin in the number 18 down to the top side of the 24. And we got cars all over the place. Look out, the 41 now going off the speedway. That's Bill Krupp. He'll point it back onto the speedway. Whitney will move it up a spot, gets by the number 84. Or that's the number 24 rather. So Bill Schley continuing to fall back as Irwin now up to the second spot. He made his move on Chahowski, but not quite yet. Chahowski back to the inside. Irwin up to second. He sees the back bumper now of the UD4 Portenga. Whitney holding on to the final transfer position at the moment in the 2W as we watch the battle for the lead as Irwin on the high side for Portenga's spot. They'll come by your new leader, Irwin. See if I have it. So Irwin out in front now in the number 18 as laps wind down, 6 more to go. Modified drivers, if you're an IMC modified driver in the B and C, you need to be your car right now. As Irwin leading the way, no one stopping Irwin at the moment as he's well out in front. Portenga in the second spot, Chahowski in third, Whitney in the fourth spot. Caution on the track. Caution on the speedway. As a large piece of debris right here outside just off of turn number 4. Bill Schley sits back in the 5th spot, as does Warnock's number 28. Here we go, back underway. And Irwin pulls out into the lead once again, pulling away from the rest of the field. And we got cars spinning over in turns 3 and 4. They get back underway. It's Warnock in that 28 car. He continues to spin, trying to get it back the right way. And the caution flag will come on out. The caution flag will fly. And it looks like the right front down on the number 28. As we're underway, Mark Irwin extends that lead as he's done already earlier on. Portenga holds on the second. Chahowski back there in third. Battle for the 4th spot between Whitney and the 41 of Bill Krupp. Krupp now into the 4th spot in the number 41 car. We got a couple more cars taking for a spin over there in turns 1 and 2. They keep going. Looks like the 5 involved over there of Eric Curry and the 24 of Bill Schley. And Bill Schley will come out right in front of your leader, Irwin. As the laps wind down, the white flag is out one more time for Irwin in the number 18. as Irwin will take him down the back straightaway into turn number 3. We're watching Irwin, or rather Whitney, to see if he can get back into the feature, but it's going to be Irwin taking the win in the 18. Portinga will finish second, followed by Chahowski, and looks like the 41. That'd be Jim Goodluck, I do believe, the car that finds himself into the 4th spot. 40 laps of sprint on dirt excitement about set to go, and Davey Brown and Dan Hall are going to be set to lead this field down for 40 laps of high-powered 360 excitement. They're going to come down to that stripe over in turn 4. Jason Fozzie, your sprint on dirt president. We'll see if this is going to be a clean start as they make their way by. We're underway. Sprint on dirt main event. They lumber their way into turns 1 and 2. Davey Brown has that advantage at the moment. Everybody makes their way down the back straightaway. Who do we watch? We watch Dustin Daggett. He's midfield. We watch our leaders come by. It's still Brown and Dan Hall. Then it's the number 3 of Eddie Smith into that 3rd spot. And look out, your 2nd place car off the track. We got a couple of cars going into the wall over in turn 1. One, I believe, went over in turn number 1. One definitely got on his side. Red flag comes out immediately. As somebody, definitely a couple cars hitting that wall over in turn number 1. One did flip over on its side. Our safety first crew making their way over to assist those drivers to lucky number 244. 244 for the Day-Nida signed picture. That's down at the souvenir stand. So as we get back to the green flag, there we go. Brown leading the way, still that number 11 of Dan Hall in the 2nd spot. Look out, we got another one spinning off the top of turn number 1 and 2. As these guys getting taken right off the top of the corners here in a hurry. And again, cannot tell who that is over there in turns 1 and 2, but letting us know that's where they can start passing after they get to that point. As they bring them on down, Davey Brown and Dan Hall, rather, bring them on down as they look to try to get some green flag laps in here in this main event. They're 3 wide deep in the field. Rothman getting in a battle with the 33 car of Bill Johnston. That was deep inside the field. They get lap number 3 in now. And Dustin Daggett taking it right up against that front straightaway wall, somehow staying out of that front stretch wall. Well, your leader running away with this one right now, Davey Brown, and that number 13 showing the way. Dan Hall in the 2nd spot. Then it's the number 3 of Eddie Smith. Those are your top 3. Watching Daggett slowly move through. We got a car off the pace. Actually, he's just off the track. He'll pop his way back on. Where is Dustin Daggett? He is in about the 6th spot. He's right behind Ronnie Beals, number 3. Remember that it was Daggett that changed the motor between the heat race and the feature event. As your leader makes his way by for another lap. Daggett all over the back bumper of Ronnie Beal. That's actually a battle for the 6th spot. Ronnie Beal is sitting in the 6th position. Daggett is back there in 7th. And look out, the number 2 car of Michael Anja got off the track right in front of your leader. Brown in that 13 has a lap car now between him and the 2nd place of Dan Hall. And a car going off turns 3 and 4 is still running. We continue racing with the 21 well off the pace, and that'll bring out the caution. Caution flag out as Freddie Bliss was the one that went off the top of turns 3 and 4. It's the 21 of Troy Chahowski that had to work his way in through the B main that has come to a stop. As we go back to the green flag here in the Sprint on Dirt main event. Right now, here we go. They come by single file. And right into the wall goes the 85 of Dustin Daggett. Dustin Daggett getting into the front straightaway wall. Daggett hard into the front stretch wall. And that's what cost him the last time that we were out here. Got himself into the wall in turn 4 last time the Sprints on Dirt were in action. That looks like we got everything back in order, and Dustin took the car into the pit area, so tough break for Mr. Daggett as we're going to have to go without him now as the green flag waves. We're back underway. Caution on the track again for a spin over in turn number 2, and we just can't keep the sprint cars on the speedway here in this feature event. Out of turn 4 they come, and there's that green flag. They're underway. Sprints on Dirt continue with their feature event. Imagining it's got to get pretty tough to see out there when they go into the corner, especially over in turn 1 where it definitely kicks up quite a bit of dust. But Brown's got the best view in the house as he's out in front of this entire field. Galancha still holding into that second spot, but he's not in the second position. He's still a lap down, trying to get his lap back. Hall still in second, followed by Smith, Dahlman, and Beal. Then Nickerson, Taylor, and Nida with Bliss. Nida and Bliss back there about 10th spot, and Nida slips up. Gall will go by, as does the 41 of Krupp rather. Hell's way back about 10th and 11th spots as Nida can't keep the car on the speedway to number 54. He falls back another couple of positions. It's been Davey Brown all day long here in this feature event. And we got another car sliding, that 41 of Krupp. As he tries to keep it running, he's going the wrong way. Here comes your leaders as Krupp's not going to get it to go the right way, and he keeps just turning and turning around. And look out, as we're going to have to slow this field down because no one can see in turn number 4 as finally Krupp gets it going the right way. I got too much power, Captain. If I give her any more, she's going to do a donut. Get out lined up, and Davey Brown's going to bring him back down for that green flag. They'll come by single file. There he goes, gets a good jump on Galancha. And we watch Fossey run and get that, does a good job running to get that cone as your leaders come by. It's still Brown, Hall, Smith, Dahlman, and Ronnie Beal, that top 5. Waiting for someone to make a move around the speedway. Bliss was one of those cars that was on the move, and look at him turn that car. He makes a move around Taylor. Fred Bliss is on the move, but got cut off as he tried to get around the 62 of Nickerson. Watching Fred Bliss in the 51. He's working on 5th, 6th spot right now. That's being held by Nickerson's number 62. Bliss getting through turn 4 really well, but boy, that 62 of Nickerson cuts off that inside line, makes it real difficult for Bliss to make the pass. He's got to try to figure out which way he's going to make his way around. Your leaders come by halfway, 20 laps in, 20 more to go. As Bliss now all of a sudden can't get on the back bumper. Meanwhile, for 3rd spot, look out, contact. Eddie Smith and Dahlman make big time contact. Meanwhile, Fred Bliss makes the move for the 6th spot. Roy Smith fell all the way back to 5th as a 41 of Krupp with problems. As it looks like he'll stay on that high side, he'll take it to the pits. Tough break for Bill Krupp, who's had his problems here in the main event. Leader's going to have close to a half a lap advantage on the rest of the field. As John Gall with problems now. John Gall in the Waste Management, number 81 out of this one. Field dwindling in a hurry now. is Brown trying to stay well out in front. He's got a little bit of room in front of him. He's catching the back end of the field. So it's Brown, still your leader. Second spot is the 11 of Dan Hall. They can't get around with Galach's number 2. Van Delman at a 49. He's in third. Fourth is Beal. Fifth spot belonging to the number 3 of Smith. Sixth spot was Bliss, but give it now to Nickerson because Bliss got it too high in the turn 2, and that cost him a position. Now it is a full half a lap lead as your leader is coming up on lap traffic. He'll slide underneath. We got a car off the track. That looks like could be the number 3 again of Smith as he went off the track trying to get his way back on. He'll go a lap down. We got someone off in the turn number 4. What was it? The number 49 of Dolman, I believe, the car that went off the top of turn number 4 and into the maybe into the wall there in turn 4. As we get ready to go, the lights off around the Speedway. "26 laps down, just 14 laps remaining here in this 40-lap main event for the Sprints on Dirt." We're going to have a battle of the 3s here before too long, as Beal and Smith back there in the 3rd and 4th positions, as Fred Bliss now makes his way into the 5th spot. In the number 15, Nickerson falling back because Dane Nida making his way through as well in the 54. He'll make his way by Nickerson as your leader. All by myself out front here in this main event. Nobody touching that number 13. Hall, he's by himself in the 2nd spot, still working on that left sprint of Galacha. Beal still in 3rd, 4th spot, Smith, 5th stop is Bliss. 10 more to go for your leader. Davey Brown just has 10 more laps to go here in the main event. Rest of the field makes their way by, as it won't be long before Davey Brown catches up to the rear end of the field. Now Nida will lose the spot to Nickerson, so that changes. Nickerson now into the 6th spot, Nida back to 7th. Field single file and spread around. Nida will lose another spot. He's got a bad push in turn number 1 in that 54 as Brofman made his way by in the 52. Half lap lead now for Davey Brown. Boy, he could maybe lap this entire field if they went green flag, because nobody else able to get the distance that Davey Brown has put on this field to make it up as they continue to make their way by. Schaefer about to go a lap down into 97. He'll do so as your leader waltzes by in the number 13. So Schaefer goes a lap down and look at the back bumper of Johnston's number 33. Now we got a challenge for 2nd spot as Smith in the number 3 will work the way high side on Johnston. That's out of turn number 2. The 11 car of Dan Hall holding on to 2nd for now, but Smith right there on the back bumper, as is Ronnie Beal and Fred Bliss. Just 5 more to go. 5 more to go for your leader. Make it 4 as he makes his way by. And finally, we get a change for that 2nd spot now. Smith up to 2nd. Hall falls back to 3rd. Beal in that 4th spot. 5th spot is still Fred Bliss. 6th spot, Nickerson. Where's our leader? He's over in the turn number 3 already. Davey Brown watching the laps click off in this mid-season championships. Just 2 more laps to go for your leader. Problems with the 54 of Dane Nida. So Nida out of this one now. Attrition really taking its toll here in this event as a white flag out for Davey Brown. Brown just 1/2 a lap to go as the rest of the field goes by. And here comes the checkered flag. Davey Brown will take the win. 2nd spot will go to Eddie Smith, who really made up some ground. 3rd spot will go to Hall. 4th spot, Ronnie Beal. And 5th spot will go to Frank Bliss unofficially. And look out! Well off the track in turn number 1. Your leader, your winner, getting a little excited apparently and takes a wild ride off of turn number 1. Maybe just because everyone else had been taking a ride off turn 1. As he's got the helmet off, he's climbing out, folks. How about it for your winner? Big time in the number 13, Davey Brown.